Hi all, Dan here on an admin week of ramblings. Some of you like to know exactly what goes on in the club, and this is one of the just the admin boring weeks. Having spent 2 days in warehouses last week, one Monday in our Scottish warehouse checking on stocks. We've got something lovely coming. And in our English warehouse where everything gets sent from, and we have other stocks as well for things for the future. And then also I was at a wedding for one of the days. I am in an office week catching up with a lot of admin. What that means is the first big one is offering out optional second bottles. The least bad way we do it, as you've seen, it's not perfect, is that we give you access to the internal bits of your membership, and that allows you to make amends that can result in you not getting your bottle. So what I have to do is download the list and manually check every single membership to try and ensure that I've caught any things that might have happened accidentally and make sure everyone gets their whiskey. In December I missed 2 members, and I'm sorry for that. So this time I've spent even longer on it, and hopefully everything has been caught up. I have been writing requests to brands and putting proposals to them. One rum brand that I think we might have a chance with to be our first rum that we share. It's a fantastic bottle, and I have to build a bigger proposal around it, share numbers and as to why they should work with us, how a campaign would work, and what we would do extra. And I do that with a lot of brands. I probably do 10 to 20 brands to get one thing off with us. And then I've also this week tried with 2 brands about adding a little inclusion into your future club bottles. Something I think is cool and is of interest. It's whiskey-esque. It's not whiskey, but it's whiskey-esque. And so I have to write proposals to them as well, and all of that just takes quite a lot of time and has a low chance of success, but is worth doing because when it comes off, it's fantastic. So that's been a lot of stuff I've been doing. Also getting out and contacting brands to see if we can get the samples we need for the advent calendars. Got to start planning that now because ideally we're telling the seamstress in March how many we need, and having it all planned and knowing everything that's coming. I try and be organised for us. In one regard, I am started talking to some people about casks. Some of ours I think I can trade for a good price, and then reinvest that in some new things that is for probably up to 10 years in the future. That's how long we'll be aging it for. But if I buy it now, it's at a good price, so at a price that we can afford to be a club bottle in the future. But that's predicated on me being able to swap it for the other casks that we won't be using as a club bottle. But that gives you an idea of sometimes how far out I'm thinking. 10 years into the future is what some of the bits I'm looking at for. So it gives you a little bit of an idea that I'm planning on being here to stay in the club, offering great things for that far in the future. So I have to think that far in the future as well. And also, so you know that I do really care, I was up until 4:30 this morning wondering if we got the right bottles this year. I do that quite a lot. This one was a bad one, and then because one of them we might have to swap around, and then what does that do to impact the year and the flow, because the ABVs are different to the one that I will be bringing into it, and it's a different style, and it brings it closer to something that's in its area, like it wasn't last time or the time before. But as it's closer, is that right? Is it too soon? And that just plays around in my head quite a lot. But at least it shows that I do care and trying to get you the best whiskey possible. This next one is a risk. I hope you think it's as cool as I do, but I can understand that some people might not. I think it's a really cool concept, and it's something that I do want to share with everyone, and I hope you like it. But that will give me some sleepless nights as we get closer to delivery day. And finally, I was chatting to a PR agency today. They were talking about how they might be able to help us. Quite simply, with people struggling for money. We're not immune. I've said this before. Our members are impacted, and so it is noticeable that people are struggling, and we lose a few. And as I said previously, the reason we're now exhibiting at festivals is to get ahead of that, so we don't lose our overall size, and hopefully those members can come back in the future that have had to pause and cancel for now. But I need to get the word out to bring more people in. Festivals are one great way of doing it. The glassware that we are providing, the idea behind that is that if we've got our name, Somerton Whisky Club, on a Glencairn in someone's cupboard, Glencairns are most likely to be the ones that are kept. When you're drinking whiskey, or when they're drinking whiskey in the future, they keep on seeing our brand, and hopefully they'll get inquisitive and want to know what we do. As well as the ones that spoke to me on the day at the festival will come and will remember that chat, and hopefully we get them on board. We can't do that for too much longer, just because it's quite expensive. Compared to other big companies' budgets, it's nothing, but as we aren't really set up to have big marketing budgets, I'm just looking at other options, seeing what else can be possible, and so that's been a bit of a job for this week as well. I'm sure there's much more admin, probably due writing an email to everyone as well soon, but that will come as and when I get to it. I've got to do tomorrow's wow email as well. Not even thought about what the bottle's going to be. Normally I try and plan that like 3 months in advance and know what's coming. It's just been a bit of a busy period, which is also why you haven't seen many posts on social media. Just haven't had time to do that, and also the effectiveness and the benefit to us is massively reduced to where it was before. In the beginning, social media was everything for us. It's how we built up what we do, it's how we grew to almost the size we are now. But slowly, as social media channels, networks, platforms have changed, it's all about who pays them the most amount of money to get eyeballs. And I don't know if you're seeing it, but when I go on, it just seems like every second thing's an ad or suggested. So not even the people we follow see what we do half the time. And it's just kind of like, well, if we get a few of our followers that see us, we can't afford to compete with the budgets of the bigger companies that are spending so much right now just to try and make social media work for them. It's just not really worth my time compared to all the other things that are going on, and hopefully giving you a better experience. So like, I could have done a lot of socials in this last month, or I could have written these proposals for cool things for the future. I want the cool things for the future. So that's just a little insight on the admin side of what goes on running the club. And Tom is working on the website still. That's his main focus. I admit he's just been doing Whiskey Pioneer. He does the labels, does the cards. That's been his role, and then he's going to be I wrote the club bottle letter this week, so he's getting that printed out, ready to be packed. I think next week is the start of packing. Probably is, thinking the time. So yeah, delivery month. I hope you like what I've picked. Going to start getting nervous about that one now. But also with the relaunch of the website and the journal, there were a load of issues with the server slowing it down. So we've worked on a lot of that, or Tom's worked on a lot of that, getting all the new DNS. Lots of words he says that I sort of understand what he means. When it goes wrong, I go, oh, it was that thing. And he's been just making the website better, more robust, quicker. He had to resize all of the pictures to make them smaller, so there's less weight in the website, so when you upload it goes quicker. Lots of things like that, so that he can now, or very soon, probably now, start getting back into loading more content, because we've got loads more recipes ready to go on. I think we've got some cocktails to go on still. We will have more if I haven't created any more. We've got written content, we've got articles, and then we're going to start getting the guest articles from others. I haven't pushed others for guest articles too much, knowing that we weren't ready to load them yet. So that will be coming soon. And wow, that is a really long ramblings for about admin, but that's what goes on in your club.